Five. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mehvies, episode
Meow.
20. We're watching.
Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. I'm looking behind me right now. No, wait, there's no scare chord playing.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so what do we know about this movie aside from the fact that it's actually a really good slasher flick?
It's one of the best, honestly. It's
That
also one of the. It's not the very first, but it was the one that kind of helped create the genre
it
as a
also
whole.
helped create an entire legion of imitators.
Yep. After this and Friday the 13th.
And it's also the reason why Friday the 13th exists.
Yes.
So
Many slashers exist thanks to this single film. And you know what? It's fucking good.
We
So
probably ought to
gives
start introducing who all the hosts are for today, because we don't have our avatars on the screen.
Yep.
I'm
So,
Ben. You know me
hi.
from the Death Battle videos we've done.
Gizmo, say something.
No.
He
Hi,
said
Gizmo.
something.
So, does everybody have the movie queued up?
Yeah.
I have the Blu-ray.
I'm totally using a fully legal copy, I promise.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Gizmo, you have the movie ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Play!
Oh, I love this theme.
Literally
It's
the
one-
most
yeah.
iconic horror score of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine how many people actually imitate this at a con. On Gizmo, you might want to make sure that that your audio doesn't echo, because we might get a copyright if we hear the movie's audio.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Oh, Ben, now you're doing it too.
Oh, god damn it. Hang on.
Introducing Jamie Lee Curtis in her first ever film.
Yep.
Note that this isn't the first time she's been in anything. She was in a show prior to this in 1977. This is just her first movie. Much like Johnny Depp with Nightmare on Elm Street, this is one hell of a film to debut in.
Oh, yeah.
She's been an icon ever since.
Yep.
Written, directed, and scored by John Carpenter.
Yep.
Can we talk? I love the pumpkin in this shot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a nice little interesting bit of iconography to have.
In
to take
Halloween
up the
Kill,
stream.
in the recent film Halloween Kills, they actually have like the 12 pumpkins on fire, or as though to showcase how many Halloween movies there's been so far. And the most recent one, Halloween Ends, was the 13th.
Oh, Halloween made it to 13 films before Friday the 13th did.
That's depressing.
Oh,
I mean,
we're still stuck on 12. We're still stuck on 12.
Bastard.
Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yeah. I think only one of the films is actually shot in
Halloween
Illinois.
Night, 1963.
The rest
I
are
wanna
all
talk
shot
about
in
an interesting-
California.
I want to talk about an interesting fact. Did you know that the Halloween series was originally going to be an anthology series?
Yeah, it was
Yes,
going to
it
be
was.
like yeah, it was originally going to be like Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, but due to the failure of Season of the Witch, they ended up being like, you know what, let's make this a slasher flick series.
Friday the 13th
Yeah.
was also supposed to be an anthology series after, I think it was the second film or the third one. And then Michael Myers,
Oh.
Jason was just too popular.
Oh,
Yeah.
this was parodied in the in one of the Nostalgia Critic Nostalgia Ween intros.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one where JonTron kills Doug Walker.
Yep.
It's what you get for
The hell are you
reviewing
doing?
Food Fight.
Ah.
he gets knocked out by the
Nostalgia Ween title.
the Nostalgia Ween logo.
The title card is more powerful than JonTron and Nostalgia Crew, meaning that it is omniversal.
Hmm.
Why are you looking at your hand while stabbing me?
Ah! Ooh.
What's happening
Okay,
on screen for you?
Okay, Gizmo, what is your history with this movie?
Kevin, what's happening on screen for you?
The point of view bit.
Okay. Going in
Yeah,
the
same
back
thing here.
hallway where it's all black in the kitchen.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I've only ever seen the first one, and that was on VHS. I've never went past part. I never went past that. Never went to part 2. Never went to 3. Never went to H2O. Never went to Resurrection.
Part 2 is actually pretty good.
It's not that I didn't want to either. It's just
I
it's
liked
just
Halloween too. Granted it does have some weird plot choices.
Which
but
one?
I liked Halloween.
It's not
too.
one.
It's
Halloween.
not that I didn't want to watch these movies though. It's just again, it's another one of those. I wanted to catch up with other shit, so that's why this was left in the dust along with like other horror movies like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th.
Okay, I'll question Alex. Which Halloween 2?
The original Halloween 2, not the fucking Rob Zombie remake.
That was a weird one.
Die.
I love Rob Zombie, but his Halloween 2 was kind of weird.
His Halloween was literally like everybody's a douchebag except for his wife.
And except for the janitor that took care of him.
Because he has to be all like, oh, look at how nice my wife is. Look at how sexy she is.
Sherry Moon Zombie, who gets naked as much in her husband's movies as Mila Jovovich does. Yeah.
Now...
That is a very long arm.
Yeah, and they really don't... And Rob Zombie didn't really understand, like, the fact that, that we're not supposed to relate to Michael Myers.
Oh, God, it's a titty!
Not the first of many. The first of at least 3 titty shots in this movie.
Man, I can't wait for the titty shot in new Jason versus Myers death battle. Oh,
stabbing at her thighs, I believe.
Yeah, you know what's funny though is that
stabbing in the air. Oh God!
Oh no,
you're
she has
looking
blood
at
all
your
over her
little
tits and nothing else.
You're looking at your brother with a knife in the air. The first thing you do is cover your titties, not back away.
Or
try to actually pretty funny. It's like, oh my God, there's a killer in my house.
He's
I gotta cover
like
myself.
12. Just kick him.
No, even better. Just grab the knife from him. He's a 6-year-old boy.
Well, you kind of have
boot to the face.
You gotta sympathize with the cop here, though, because it wasn't the cop, isn't it?
No, it was.
No, it was the parents.
And
yeah, you gotta sympathize with them.
Michael just has barely any expression on his face as he's carrying that knife in.
You could actually, it looks more like confusion than anything.
Yeah.
He's a kid after all. I mean, it looks like he barely knows what death is.
And meanwhile, his parents are just like, they don't know what just happened. They're just
They probably got an idea. They're just probably trying to. They're probably just trying to. What's that word?
Process it.
Yeah, there you go. Process it.
Fifth Grove, Illinois.
Okay,
October 30th, 1978.
I was gonna ask this, but this might not be a great question given the audience. What's y'all's opinion of the Thorn cult?
The what now?
Oh, Ben's the only one who knows. Oh man.
We don't talk about that movie that has 2 separate cuts.
Rest in peace, Donald Pleasance.
Fantastic actor.
Interestingly enough, his cameo in his character's cameo in Halloween in Kills wasn't actually a deep fake. It was actually a practical effect because they had like a guy who looked and sounded eerily similar to Donald Pleasance on set.
Huh. Okay.
And they're like,
really? I thought they used footage, like deleted scenes.
No.
Bring them in.
No, this was actually pointed out out to me by James A. Janice in the Kill Count.
I did not know that.
That's
Wow.
They're like,
actually
and they
really
actually got him into like makeup to make him look like Pleasance.
He looked exactly like him. I was convinced they used older footage and just made it seamless. Wow.
It's still much better than what they did with Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One
I mean,
was
okay,
weird. But
Rogue One, I like the effect, but they already had a guy who looked exactly like Tarkin in Episode 3, and they should have just used him. They used the people.
yeah.
They used Bail Organa and Mon Mothma from Episode 3. They should have used him too.
Agreed.
And, you know, honestly, Malcolm McDowell was at least a decent casting for Dr. Loomis in
Oh yeah.
in the Rob Zombie movies, but he wasn't as iconic as Pleasance.
Yeah. Well,
Which is weird to say
Part
because
of that-
this is fucking Malcolm McDowell for crying out loud.
I think part of that.
And we find out in the original timeline, one of the guys in the mental asylum actually let them all out.
Yep.
So the guy was, and I'm like, you would think they'd notice.
It's back in the 70s when they still wore those stupid fucking hats. Fun fact, the reason why they stopped using those hats is because it made the nurses' hands dirtier because they'd always have to adjust them.
Whoa!
It's a hat!
I actually don't mind those hats. It has to work with the outfit though, and the official outfits don't really work for me. I like it when it works with the cosplay nurse outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, those work better.
Which is why you don't leave your window open.
Whoa!
Oh, never mind. It doesn't even work.
For how strong of a grip do you got that you can shatter a windshield by just putting your hand over it?
There is actually a scientific reason for this. A lot of people who have mental issues don't have the same sane limitations of like
Not only
regular
that,
humanity.
but it's revealed in the original timeline that Michael Myers is actually possessed by a demon called the Shape.
So they have no concept of Are you talking about when he was like? I saw clips of this. I think.
Kevin,
Are you
if you
talking
know
about
this,
when?
why didn't you say something about the fucking Thorn cult thing when I brought it up?
Because I never saw that.
The Thorn cult, is that like when Michael Myers has that mark on his arm and they have to use these rocks to try and paralyze him in place or some shit?
But the Thorn cult thing is...
I believe in Halloween. I believe Halloween 5 was also the theatrical debut of Paul Rudd.
Huh.
Oh, I do remember that.
That man has not aged a single day since that film released.
You know what he was doing? You know what he was doing?
He's a Time Lord, bro.
Alex, you want to know what Paul Rudd was doing while he was stuck in the quantum realm for 5 years?
Humming the Halloween theme?
No, he was doing a parody of "You Spin Me Right Round." With I'm trying to remember who's the guy he did it with. In the parody video, so I know it wasn't Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, and here we have
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon. Thank you. Now, funnily enough, Jamie Lee Curtis by this point in her life was 20, and she's playing a 15-year-old Laurie Strode.
17 I could buy. 16 maybe even. 15's a little bit too young, but then again, I have met teenage girls who looked shockingly old for their age. Not like old as in
Paul
old.
Rudd, speaking of which.
Are we talking Saved by the Bell old or Power Rangers old?
I'm talking like 13 years old, taller than me. Like 6 foot, 13 years old, 6'1", and looks like...
Hey, Rob Zombie, this is how you make your protagonist likable.
So 21 Jump Street old?
Kind
Reboot?
of. Yeah.
Like, like seriously, they made Lori into this unlikable bitch in the remake.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
that was one of my big points of contention because I usually like
Yeah.
the glass is missing in the wide shot and in the close shot it's back.
I think that might have been pointed out in the various goofs of this movie. In when I watched it off of Amazon on Prime the first time. Ooh, hello. Ben, your thing is
Yeah.
echoing.
It shouldn't be. I turned it down.
No, as in put on some headphones so the audio doesn't leak out.
Try muting your
I'm gonna
mic.
have to
That's what I'm
reset my
doing.
entire thing, and I'll have to exit the Discord.
Try just muting your mic. That's what I'm doing.
Eh.
Oh, I love
This is
how
how you
ironic
work
this
tension.
is. Like, yeah, you hear her singing that, and then and it turns out he was actually responsible. Ben, I could still hear the movie.
What the heck? I muted it. Did you know that we almost got a Freddy versus Jason versus Michael Myers film?
I
Yep.
believe so.
Yeah, the reason it didn't happen was because Michael Myers was too similar to Jason. To be fair, we might have not gotten it anyways because of the Freddy camp is bullshit.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? I want to talk about that. Fuck it. The main reason the sequel to
high
Freddy vs.
school.
Jason is the main reason Freddy vs. Jason never even happened to begin with, the sequel to it with Ash, is because get fucking this. The Freddy camp, the Freddy IP holders said they didn't want Freddy to lose again because it would quote unquote hurt the IP.
Even though Freddy
Well,
has taken
you know what
several
really
L's in
hurt
his
the IP?
franchise.
What's that?
The fact that we haven't seen a movie since the remake.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's the remake itself that killed the IP. Let's be honest.
For
Yeah.
what?
Would've
Friday the
at least-
13th?
you know what? If they'd have kept making movies, it would have at least been something. Something is better than nothing. Don't let it fucking lie dormant.
For
Like,
what? Friday
if
the
you have a
13th?
failure, what you do is you go back to the drawing board and you try to turn out something that'll fix it as quickly as possible. Like,
Or
I don't
make something
think-
new.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to keep a franchise from, if you're trying to keep a franchise from being dead, you know.
Look at these asshole kids.
What I mean is try something new with the franchise. That's what they did. That's
Yeah.
what they did when
See,
they brought him back to life. Well, that's what they did when they brought him back to life, put him in space, rebooted it, made him run.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You gotta try something new, fix it. Get
Wow, what a bunch of assholes.
there
I
we
feel
go.
like if they did the snow idea, they might have gotten it off the ground and made it popular
Oh.
again.
Myers
Like,
grabbed the
literally,
kid.
just you have to keep things going, keep the gears turning. You can't just give up on a franchise because a couple of
I love how
movies
they're
didn't do that
keeping
well.
Michael Myers' mask
Face.
shield.
Well, he
Yeah,
didn't
it
get the
was-
mask
for the
yet.
most
He's got his
part.
face is like
No, it's like we didn't get like a close-up shot of what it looked like.
Nope.
I will say, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Give me a moment. I'm an idiot. Oh right, so apparently the guys at Blumhouse are convinced that they can get the original actor for Freddy to come back for one final film.
I'm sure Robert Englund would be up for it.
I feel like he would be, but at the same time, he's like 90 or something.
Yeah,
Like,
but you gotta
You're-
also, if he's willing to do it, let him. I mean, Clint Eastwood has
yeah.
been acting a lot, even in his old age.
Oh no,
So
he's 75. My
if he's
mistake.
willing, he's
75 years
willing.
old.
Does he just have the broken window rolled down?
I think so.
Hmm.
Kind of has to.
Oh, dude, if
Okay.
anything, they should. If they can't get him for one more movie, get him for at least one more game. Like what if someone dead ass tried to remake the NES Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street, and they got Robert Englund to
And they
voice
made
it?
it good? I agree. That would be a great idea.
Like instead of just like
So
what if they made it an actual beat 'em up with some puzzles?
it'd be a far, far, far more worthy remake than trying to
Not like a side scroller, like straight up something
He,
like X-Men Legends or something like that, or Zombies Ate
yeah.
My Neighbors.
Okay.
Here's something interesting. Here's something interesting. Heather from the original film said that she wants to see Nancy versus Freddy one last time. Like
Didn't
the
Freddy kill Nancy Thompson in Dream Warriors?
the fourth film, yes.
Third film.
Oh, it was the third film? I thought it was fourth film. The opening of that.
No. The fourth film was Dream Master. Ay,
I don't think she was killed. I don't think she was killed in the third film, was she?
No, she was. As Freddy stabbed her with his fingernail eyes while she was caught off guard. Oh, there's our second on-screen kill. Rather, it's more off-screen, but you get the idea. We see the body.
Yeah, you're right. It was in the third film. Huh.
Told you.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. She actually tries to be a nice person and who doesn't have sex on the brain all the time.
Not being a gigantic cunt.
Imagine that. That's kind of what endears us to Lori and makes us not want her to not die. Oh no, boo hoo, you can't get any nookie.
Did it all for the nookie.
Bruh, at least they're asking and wanting the nookie. Nowadays, it's sexual harassment just for asking a girl to hold hands.
You hold the
Holding
door open for her?
hands.
That's
Ugh.
rape.
I'd rather have a girl
Hands,
from the
ugh.
70s asking for it, constantly wanting it, than have a girl from nowadays
That's
who consider it harassment if you ask what her hair color
holding
is.
hands, dude. That's really fucking lewd. I don't know how you get away with that.
Man, you hugged? You must be a sexual predator.
You talking
He
shit about me?
knows He's going like 5 miles an hour. I have legitimately seen people going faster down my fucking street.
You want to
See the-
you know, I literally just kind of imagined that joke based on the the bit from Team 4 Star where or after the shop owner drops an insult on 17, he just stops, backs right up. Oh, Annie, you are the first person Michael will kill tonight.
Trying to think of things to talk about.
I'd actually want to talk to Lori. I'd just be
Oh,
like,
The fact, you know, I was gonna say this earlier, but like it. How old are the other actors? Because they look younger than Laurie does.
good question.
And
like
the
I
one
said,
is
Jamie Lee Curtis
the
was
one is
20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20
Smoking. She's underage, Alex.
No, like
it was a different-
actually smoking. Like, look,
Oh.
fucking cigarettes.
No, yeah. I thought you meant smoking.
EJ Souls EJ Souls, who play A's Linda, was 28.
Huh. Weird.
And
Damn,
Nancy
old.
and Nancy Kai's eyes, who play A's Annie, it was 29.
That's
Rather around 29.
so 30-year-old teenagers.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Jamie Lee Curtis was the youngest of these three.
That is strange.
That's what happens when you smoke. You become so much more older.
Oh yeah, like smoking and staying out in the sun too much.
You know what happened to Fred
And,
Flintstone?
and
He has to talk about
the
voice
lead,
pick.
the fucking lead gasoline.
And the 4K for this movie, like I said, is actually really good. And I was kind of expecting like a lot of like,
You know, there are horror movies that had like actual kids that dead ass smoked cigarettes on, like in front of the camera.
Yeah, that was the 60s and
Monster.
70s for you.
Oh
Yep.
no, not just
Yeah.
the 60s and 70s. They were still doing that in like in the 80s and 90s.
Huh.
Like Monster Squad comes to mind.
I actually buy that.
I've never
What?
seen Monster Squad. At least
It's
not
I
in
saw the
literally
that
about
nostalgic
way.
critic review.
It's
of that
really,
movie.
really great. It's about these kids who just form a monster club because
hi.
they're a fan of monsters.
Oh, hi,
But then
officer who
actual
happens to be
monsters start
related to one
invading
of
their
our
small town.
characters.
So then they actually have to fight the monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the Gillman, a mummy. And they have this one kid who's supposed to be like the cool kid of the group who outright kills vampires by himself and smokes in front of other kids.
Badass.
Smoking
You
in
know-
Drax's room.
I
Not even the leader.
I think we're about to get the scene that I'm sure we've seen the parody video of numerous times.
Hmm.
Well, not this part. No, the part
Not
I'm
the
talking about.
pirated. I went to Sail the Seven Seas to get that movie. If you guys want to watch it next week.
Next Saturday we are slated to start James Bond.
Very superstitious.
I have to wonder how much giggling I'm going to be doing when we get to Octopussy.
Oh god, that name.
Oh my goodness, Q! What happened to your leg? Hunting accident.
Oh, here it is. Here's the scene that has the parody bit. Just imagine Michael raking the leaves and then just holding up Judith Meyer's headstone, be like, "Hey, you see this? I'm gonna put you in there." And then he just plays he plays poker with Jason, and they just have a whole playground.
Remember when Lori did that in fucking Halloween reboot sequel?
Oh, you mean Halloween 2018, which basically sets up a third timeline?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding about that.
Yeah, there are
And-
3 timelines.
And this timeline can, instead of continuing off of Halloween 2, it continued off of Halloween
Take
1.
that dick out of your mouth and actually talk to me.
Ben, our audio is echoing off of your end.
How is it echoing? It's like
I'm not
barely
actually
any-
hearing that.
Why am I the only one who hears it? Oh, now I can't hear it.
I'm messing with Lila. It's like 5%. I don't know how you hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was gonna say something. Yeah, let's talk about how Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street had such a coherent timeline. The guys writing Freddy vs. Jason were able to write something very coherent. And even the crossover
Except,
comic.
oh, please tell me it takes place after Freddy's dead, because that way you
Oh,
wouldn't
it
forget
does.
the Power Glove.
Oh, it takes place after. It takes place after all the Nightmare films, and it takes place after Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, that was set
But
up
does it take
by the
place
enemy.
after New Nightmare?
I doubt that.
That's in the real world, so that wouldn't take place in, New Nightmare was good though. That's a
You know
super
who
good
should
show.
direct the next Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
Who?
Johnny Depp.
John Carpenter is still alive.
You know,
They
I
should
would like
have
to see
him.
his take.
They should have him direct a Nightmare and a Friday the 13th film, just for shits and giggles.
He'd
I
at least
don't
be a
care
better
what he
director.
does with it.
He'd at least be a better director than Michael Bay's group did for the remakes.
Film a movie like he would in 1978 and see what he does.
And I believe John Carpenter and I believe that there's something that ends up unintentionally being foreshadowed in John Carpenter's future in this movie. Because at one point in this movie, they end up watching a version of The Thing.
Yeah. Which went on to
And
be one of the greatest films ever made.
starring Kurt Russell and Keith David.
Yes.
The horror! Excusing himself from the table. How dare he? He remembers her.
There's only one man I know who can squat thrust that much granite out of the ground.
Ah, shit.
So he's driving around with a tombstone in the back of my car.
Shit. I could vaguely hear Will Ferrell playing the cowbell.
I was gonna say. Dr. Dementia? Was that an actual horror presenter back in the day?
Dr. Dementia? That sounds like a villain that gives you dementia.
Sounds like
I
a
think it
bad
might-
horror movie. Sounds like a bad horror movie villain porn parody.
No,
It
it sounds like a
sounds like-
Marvel Comics one-off villain.
It sounds like if Joe Biden got bit by a radioactive physician. I'm gonna pretend I don't smell all that weed. You're gonna have to give me a puff on that later on so that I can relax from all the bullshit that's gonna happen later on tonight.
She's not gonna be able to.
Yeah, I think that she has a bit of a stabbing tonight.
And plus, she's at least 2 weeks from retirement.
Yeah, true. That too. She's so young yet she saved her money well.
You know what's
Wouldn't
funny
you
about
agree-
this? I wouldn't really blame him if he couldn't smell anything with that fucking alarm.
Yep.
Be a few minutes
Yeah, I feel like Wes Craven might have taken some inspiration from this movie, for like Nancy Thompson's character. Hey, Loomis, if you turn around, you could see Michael Myers driving by.
I love the
Michael!
subtlety. I love the subtlety of this. Because you see just a lot of little things in the background that you can otherwise miss.
Yep.
I'm wearing a
she-
dress composed entirely of weed.
She's not going to worry about the dance tomorrow. Oh, Lori. In fact, she's not going to need to worry about anything after tonight.
Excuse me?
I literally rewatched this movie last night just to get some material.
Justice for Ben Tramer.
You want to know what the worst part is? Considering the recent timeline, I think Laurie might have actually gone out with Ben Tramer. You know, John Carpenter said that he couldn't really compose music, but then he made this.
I mean, it is somewhat of a simple score, but it is quite effective. And then John Carpenter went on to compose some of the best music for any horror films, basically ever.
Yep.
It's not even up for debate. He really has. Still does the music for a lot of stuff. See
Like
what
some
music he's
people,
not gonna look it up.
like some new film viewers will find in some of the lay motifs a bit, it like they play all over the place. But the thing is that a film needs a theme song, like a
Mhm.
theme that defines it, like you know how the Imperial March defines the Star Wars franchise, aside from the opening crawl theme. Like that's what
Alright.
defined the original trilogy. Like whenever you hear bomb 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 ba bomb bomb ba bomb, you think Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Michael. Yes, I am making a Moonwalker
Yeah, I
reference.
was about to ask.
I have to. You know, it's a good thing it's dark out, otherwise somebody might have actually seen him. The only thing you could actually hear from Michael Myers is like heavy breathing.
So John Carpenter has done the music for Escape from New York, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from LA, Village of the Damned. What else? All the new Halloween films.
Yep.
A bunch of other little stuff. He's done a ton of stuff.
If I ever get to a convention and then I see a Michael Myers cosplayer, there are those in the cons. I'm just gonna come up to the guy and be like, "Hey, do you jam out to this? Is play the 2018 in Halloween theme? I want to see if they dance."
What the fuck? He was the narrator in Fear 3.
Who?
John Carpenter.
Ah, okay.
That's weird.
Gizmo, what do you think of John Carpenter's filmmaking style?
What else has he made besides Halloween?
The Thing.
They
The remake,
Live?
right?
Which remake? There were two.
The first one.
Okay, yeah. Then there was They Live.
I haven't seen They Live. I have seen The Thing.
Assault on Precinct 13. Dark Star, The Fog, Escape from New York, Starman,
Oh, I've seen Escape from New
Big
York.
Trouble in Little China, Prince of
I
Darkness,
still need to see that.
In the Mouth of Madness, Village of the Damned, Escape from L.A.
It's a good thing, and that was just
I
some
think
random
from the
kid.
movies I've seen, it's pretty good. Not against it. I can really care less, just as long as they make the movie look good and play good story wise, as well as have pick the right actors.
Last film he directed was The Ward in 2010.
That sounds like a fake movie.
Starring Amber Heard.
Boo! I already hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lame. I
That's
can imagine
racist,
he and
Doctor.
Okiura would get along very
Devil's
well.
eyes.
Those are African Americanist eyes.
Mm.
You want to know what the worst part is? That there are actual comics that add on to the lore of Michael Myers having done some horrible things, including killing Loomis's wife.
Get too much melanin in his system.
I'm not kidding about that. Like, Michael Myers has killed a bunch of people in the asylum, and he also killed Loomis's wife. That's kind of why Loomis was like, yeah, okay, we're keeping this guy locked up. I see no sense of redemption for him. Gizmo, your the thing was echoing.
Is it for you, Alex, or is it just Kevin?
No, I'm not hearing it.
It's probably then I'm probably the only one who's for some reason hears it. Let me lower this a bit.
And even films back then shit on comic books.
Not so much shitting on comic books as much as pointing out that people shit on comics.
Yep.
I mean, nowadays.
Oh, hi, puppy.
Puppy. It's a baby boy. He's dead now.
Want to know
Dude.
something interesting? Michael. Now, anyways, I was saying, we'll get to the dog's death, but there's actually an interesting thing they did with the dog in question.
Yeah, it died twice in this movie and in real life.
Tasteless joke aside,
I'm depressed.
the dog in this movie, quote unquote, died by his trainer. Like, he was trained to go limp.
That's interesting.
Play dead. Good boy.
Michael.
Need
Like-
to make a mod for the Moonwalker game where you're going around killing people instead of saving children. And an army of Dr. Loomises are trying to stop you.
So then, so instead of Michael Jackson, it's Michael Myers.
Yes.
But the thing is, you still have to save the girls.
No, it's all just Laurie Strode hiding in cupboards.
Michael. I gotta get naked.
That was a weird bit of ADR there.
Yep. Yep, she had to get practically naked.
Titties are my trigger.
We didn't really see any titties.
That's why she's still alive. For now.
Get him, good boy. Aww.
Yeah, see, this is
Aw.
actually a bit that was done by the trainer. So the dog was quote unquote killed by the trainer.
Aww. Baby.
See, you could definitely tell that the dog went limp
Yeah.
on command.
That
An
makes me
RKO
sad.
Radio Picture presents.
Presents Randy Orton as the world's greatest predator. Howard Hawks production. The
Thing from Another World.
Which would eventually become John Carpenter, one of John Carpenter's greatest movies. CinemaSins genuinely thought that Carpenter was tooting his own horn, completely ignoring.
The fact that the thing came out after this, yeah.
Yeah, like 4 years before this. And at the beginning of his Everything Wrong with Halloween in review, he made a random Trump joke at the beginning.
Is it as out of nowhere as Quentin reviews, here's the thing, I fucking hate Trump?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and of course he made a random jab at Jordan Vogue Roberts.
Okay.
Just because Vogue Roberts had the audacity to call him out on his bullshit. As Vogue Roberts knows how to take criticism. It's just, you gotta have merit.
Of course.
He definitely made a really good point in his in the bit where he was with Screen Junkies. You. Nothing's fucking working. Michael.
Michael.
No. You
Hello?
gotta say it like
I am-
no.
I am famous
Ben, you
film
gotta-
actor Mike Myers. You would know me from such hits as The Love Guru.
No, Ben. You gotta say it like this. Michael.
Michael.
No.
Michael.
No. Oh.
Michael!
Michael. Michael.
Michael!
Michael.
How do you lock yourself from the inside of the fucking laundry room, you dumb bitch?
Michael.
That is one of many powers as Love Guru.
And meanwhile, Michael Myers is just like, Michael. Yeah, I decided.
Stop
Yeah,
being
like I said,
such a stupid, whiny bimbo and break the goddamn window.
she's not gonna do that. Hey, here's a novel idea, bitch. Move the shelf over so you could fit out the window.
That would be too smart.
God, Annie is just stupid. Well, at least she didn't put it back on the receiver. seriously, how do you lock yourself from the inside of the fucking laundry room? That's Alex.
I think this is the. You know,
how
do you
much
want
of
me to
an
go
epic
call your
failure-
boyfriend so that you guys can recreate that movie you were watching?
sexy
Do
motherfucker?
you need? I can tell him to call you stepsis if you need to. I don't know how
Like,
comfortable that would be. Do I need to sign adoption papers so that he can
No.
be? Oh, shut the fuck up. The internet won't even be invented for another 15 to 20 years. Jolly time popcorn.
I like how Lindsay just did that to spite her. She deserved it. Cool.
Have you seen
Like
film Love Guru?
They really do an impressive job of making Michael Myers just seem like he just like I don't know how to describe it. Like they make him out to be this this being with near otherworldly powers. Just from the fact that he could just
very
pop up.
simple.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a simple camera tricks. Like at the moment he's out the moment you can't see him in the frame, he disappears. It's a simple and easy trick to do.
Yeah.
I wonder if Lindsay and Tommy are in Halloween 5.
Mm.
I've seen your post about Henry Cavill's bit on the John Williams score. Michael.
Oh, the original Halloween movie is on Internet Archive.
Huh.
Why?
Yeah, find anything on there, download it right away because they delete a lot of shit.
This was uploaded in 2019.
I mean, I have the film already, so I don't need it.
I say that because
have
that was where I downloaded my PlayStation 1 ROMs, and the moment I decided to go there because there was a game I heard about, they removed the entire list. All of it, including demo discs.
By the way, I ordered a 2 terabyte hard drive for my computer.
Nice.
External hard drive.
I need to upgrade mine.
Fuck. Where are we time placement wise?
51, 50, 51, 52, 53.
I'm only 10 seconds behind. All right.
52, 22.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Now I'm at 52:30.
Yep.
Girl Scout comes through again.
I'm at 2:11 now.
Ben, the audio kind of.
Yeah, the
I
audio
heard
messed
that
up.
time.
And,
Yeah, I turned it all the way down. Don't worry.
don't have to worry about me because
Oh,
the audio.
I love this attention to detail. Like
The quality is a lot better on Internet Archive. I want to say.
like Ben.
Yeah.
There's a really neat attention to detail with what's about to occur.
Yeah.
Is you know how the car is locked and there's no way, and the windows haven't been broken, so there's no way Michael could have gotten in there.
Yeah.
So they actually ended up putting in like a really neat detail that we'll be seeing. Like she gets into the car. And look, the glasses are all fogged up just from Michael existing in the car.
It's great.
Hey, how's your car insurance?
Have you seen film Love Guru? You must watch.
Imagine Michael's just this guy who asks
You
these
must
questions while killing
my
people.
film Love Guru.
Don't try to open.
Movie.
Yeah, don't try to open the door or anything in an attempt to get out.
Have you seen the new Ice Age movie? I thought it was pretty shit, but you know.
Oh, she's fucking dead.
Was he in the new Ice Age movie?
I don't know.
Well, that's why I was bringing up the Love Guru, because Mike Myers was in the Love Guru.
Yeah. I was
bringing
Ice
up
Age
Mike
for the sake of
Myers
Ice
films.
I was just being like, "Hey, how's your car insurance?" Now, in case you're wondering why there's so many times where I say Michael, have you played Moonwalker? They literally say it every so often. Like, holy crap. You know, I ended up saying in the if Michael Jackson didn't die before the end of the This Is It tour, it would have ended with him transforming into Robo Jackson and him just flying.
That would have been cool.
Oh, he's carrying around Annie. Michael Myers just be like, why are there so many little girls around me calling out my presence? Like, seriously, come on. Like I said, our future Paul Rudd, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, the kid is Paul Rudd?
No, the kid is going to be Paul Rudd.
What?
Alex, would you care to explain?
The Paul Rudd plays that character.
Wait, no, I get it.
Later on in the series.
Tommy Doyle, as an adult, is played by Paul Rudd.
Wait, what? Okay.
And
I thought you were referencing the time Paul Rudd turned into a child in Infinity War. No, Endgame. In Endgame.
And fun fact, The Curse of Michael Myers was actually the last movie with Donald Pleasance before his passing.
Which is incidentally why Loomis disappears in the theatrical cut.
Why?
Stay with you tonight. Just in the chance that you're right. And if you are right...
Okay, I can hear...
proud of himself killing some kids.
Who am I hearing? You can tell just by looking at the Discord thing and whoever's lit green without talking.
Okay.
Mine is 5%, so again, it can't be me.
We'll just talk a little. Annie will distract
Yeah, Yami, can you turn down the volume on your end or plug in some headphones or something?
Oh, my headphones are in. I've been turning off the voice chat thinking that would work.
Excuse me.
It must be a ghost. There's a fifth person in this chat.
No, there isn't.
He's right there!
I'm gonna turn her down anyway.
Yeah, more fancy Chuck. Yeah, at the very least, the film grain isn't trying to sand my eyes off again.
No, it's natural not over sharpened.
Yeah, it's actual fucking film.
Eh.
Unlike
I'm
with
shocked.
quite a number of the DC AMU movies.
Yeah, films that don't have film should not have film grain. Granted, like Joker and the Batman have good film grain, but that's because they were actually rendered correctly. Even though they
Sadly,
were
there's
shot on. Okay, well, the Batman doesn't. The Batman does have actual film grain because for some reason Matt Reeves shot the film on 4K, had it projected to 35 millimeter, and then rescanned for color correction.
and unfortunately, you still can't convince me that it's a good movie.
Yeah, it needed to be a lot longer.
No, it could have been in a lot. Could have been at least 30 minutes shorter
Should have
because
been.
it was too bloated as is.
It should have been at least 6 hours longer.
Now, here's the thing, Alex. Zack Snyder's Justice League and Lord of the Rings, at the very least, had substance in the amount of fat that it had. That movie had no substance whatsoever.
Yeah, well, that's due to how short it was.
God damn it. Poor Lindsay. They're underage drinking. Arrest them, Spider-Man.
They have. Good. They have.
Michael!
Trying to figure out why my Indian accent is bleeding over into Russian.
Because you're becoming Russian. We all are. We're all Russian
You
now.
think that you
Well,
are real
actually-
Russian?
Well, actually, my family kind of descent is actually kind of descended from Slavic nations. So that's kind of why me and my mom are both able to do like Russian in accents as a joke. To think that Lori, being the most innocent of the group, ends up being the one who lasts the longest and ends up surviving. How did you feel about Lori in the 2018 movie?
Pretty good.
It's interesting how much this one night ends up changing her.
Yeah, I like her kind of turning into the Sarah Connor style character.
And then, of course, people get bitch about the fact that even though she's an activist that's against guns, she, uses she uses a gun in the movie. Talking about Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm like,
strange.
do you idiots not know the term acting?
Now, I will say that there have been people who complain about, like, the glorification of guns in movies, and then they go on to, like, use guns in movies and stuff, and it's just... It explains... Stupid. Yeah, it explains that they are,
Mm-hmm.
Hypocrites.
Yeah, hypocrites, a lot of them. Like I said, Lee Curtis isn't really a hypocrite. She's just, she's an actress. She's got to act. You know what I mean?
She does?
Yeah, it's like
I'm
at
just a
least
little
be
peeved
like-
about certain actors that are known for certain roles getting pissed off and, speaking out against something that they are most known for, and when they play certain characters. It's like hearing Stallone speaking out against gun violence and glorification of firearms when he played fucking Rambo.
Yeah.
He was in Rambo, Demolition Man, Tango and Cash, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, whatever. If you know him for those kind of characters,
That's
you don't get
Oh,
to talk.
why did you
there's our
bring up
second titty
Stop or My
shot.
Mom Will Shoot?
It's fucking funny when it counts.
But why that film? Why not The Expendables?
Expendables, he's not the main lead.
Yes, he is.
You literally have like a row of
Well, I
fucking
mean, you
action
guys-
stars.
I mean, you guys literally
I
nutted.
wish they had more characters in that
I
film.
wish 3 wasn't.
Because,
I wish 3
like-
wasn't PG-13. Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, don't
But
get dressed. Just
Expendables
stay
1
naked.
focuses far too much on, like,
Oh wait,
only
I think there's
small
like a
handful of
fourth
characters
titty
for most
shot.
of it.
I think there's like a fourth titty shot, but
I really hope Expendables 4 happens so we can finally get Clint Eastwood and one last action scene before he goes away.
That would be nice, but probably not.
I mean,
Yeah.
it works even for his age. You have to understand that Clint Eastwood was never the kind of guy who like do dodge rolls and like hold a machine gun while firing it while he's running on foot like he's Mel
Or the
Slug.
guy
or
Nobody
something.
ever
six
thinks that-
cuts
nobody
to go
thinks-
over a fence.
I love how nobody in a horror movie ever thinks to turn on a fucking light.
Hey, it's your own. If you're in your own house, why would you need to?
They're not in their own house.
If you're in someone else's house, that's one thing. You don't know if they're hiding some shady shit. But if you're in your own
Or,
house,
you don't
you know
don't
if-
know if
you know
somebody's
whatever's
moving
in there is
something
yours.
moved.
Cute, but really cute.
Hey, how's it going?
them
Have you
glasses
seen
though.
film Love Guru?
The fuck is Love Guru? Oh,
Still on that? No, I don't.
It was my best movie.
but what are you talking about? Oh.
70s
I love
titties.
how Michael Myers is able to just pin this guy to the door with just a knife. Nothing else but that knife.
It's a kitchen knife too, and I don't think they're. These are like
And-
big ass like serrated steak knives. These aren't exactly like diamond cut knives. That makes it more impressive.
Yeah. And he looks at his work as though to admire it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, that's pretty impressive. I'll give it an 8. I could do better. Where's the fucking bed sheet? Michael!
Oh. All right. First I get your famous chewing, now I get your famous squealing.
Someone's a little bit ahead of us.
Yep.
There's another titty shot.
Oh God, my eyes.
Well, I mean... Get it yourself, bitch. The only condition is you have to be naked. I did just answer you. Are you deaf?
More titties.
Well, I don't mean like in the same scene. Linda. If Linda hadn't made that phone call, oh, then
I'm gonna get
And
Fooling
Law.
around in a different sort of way.
Annie, are you okay? So, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Who's doing the Peter impression?
Look on the bottom of the call.
It's Yami, isn't it?
It's Gizmo, yes.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by.
Hey, Gizmo, save Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Pretty
He does a
good.
good. Yeah, he does a really good Peter impression.
Yeah, that's
Roundhouse.
really good.
I can also do
You want to know
Meatwad.
what you want to know what some people have actually said about the recent season of the Titans show?
That it was god awful, just like all the
No.
others.
Well, besides that, they literally waited until the actress who plays Raven was like 18.
Yeah, so that they could put her with Beast Boy.
Yeah, so they could actually have a sex scene between the two of them, just like they did
Nice.
with Connor and Commander.
Dang weird.
Ugh.
Why Commander?
Because Commander or has to be written to be a redeemable character, don't you know?
Let's just hope they don't
Why
ever
not
touch the.
just put Miss Martian in the show instead?
I think they're trying to go like chronological.
Well, why?
I don't know, but yeah,
And
if they are going chronological, I just hope to God they don't ever touch that Terra Deathstroke storyline.
Watch them have Slade be the one who joins the Titans and Terra be like a MILF.
oh
God.
god. I think they already have what's her face?
I don't think anybody can imagine her as a
Deathstroke's
milf
ex-wife.
My name's
ex-wife.
Slade Wilson. They call me Deathstroke the Terminator.
I think they already have Deathstroke in the Titans show.
I want to join the Teen Titans.
They also
With my
have Red Hood.
sword.
They also had Red Hood and
I'm a
and
really
Tim Drake in
grizzled
it.
war veteran who has one eye, even though I'm only 13 years old.
Didn't
Take
Deathstroke
me
join
seriously.
the army when he was 15?
Anyway, we're about to get one of the most tense climax in horror flicks.
I'm sorry. I just had that
Oh,
skit in my
Rick.
head, and it had to go. I had to.
You guys ever seen that webcomic, Jason Voorhees Camp Counselor?
I've seen that. I love it.
Oh,
There's,
Slade was already used as the second season's antagonist of Titans, played by Isai Manuel Morales Jr.
Why didn't they just get the guy from Arrow? He was great.
A second.
He was like one of the only good parts of season 2.
They actually added Michael Myers in the webcomic, and what it is that the doctor's the bad guy now.
Oh, that's stupid. They made
I think
Loomis
it's fucking
into a bad guy.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
That sounds
And
stupid.
basically, what it
It's
is
stupid in a funny way.
Yeah, Camp Counselor Jason is more of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of funny thing where it's like, what if these guys were not villains?
That's
They're
my
still
dog.
buff and they're still fucking tall and wear their signature outfits, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, Camp Counselor Jason, he's as tall as Kane Hodder, built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he still wears the fucking mask all over the place, but he's like very creepily helpful. He just kind of bobs up in the middle of the lake, hands a camp counselor the paddle she drops, and then bobs back down.
Michael Myers, on the other hand, apparently he's like a handyman. Like, apparently he's so good to the point. He's so good to the point where all he does is stab like a wire box and like all the lights turn on. Like he'll carve like wooden pumpkins with like his kitchen knife,
Michael
like-
Myers has a beautiful future ahead of him as the chief engineer on the Enterprise, it seems, with that kind of miracle working.
Right. Oh, and funny thing, because he realized his mask doesn't have a hole when he tried to eat candy, literally all he did was stab the mouth hole, the stab the mouth part of the mask, and just use that to eat his candies. Like he didn't even take off the mask. He just like stabbed his face so he could make a hole where his mouth is, and then he started eating candy bars.
You
Unhurt.
know how I got these scars?
Got stabbed by Michael Myers.
Honestly, I would like to see Camp Counselor Jason fight regular Jason just to see what would happen.
Sorry, my mom had to come down to give Luna a calming med.
Okay.
She's
You know
all
what?
about-
Something. Speaking of horror, though, and I forgot to bring this up during the Nightmare on Elm Street video. You know what would be really cool?
What?
Either Joker versus Freddy or Joker versus Jigsaw.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jigsaw.
No,
'Cause
Jigsaw
I
isn't
think-
really.
Like if Jigsaw like accidentally put Joker in one of his traps, and he was like say it's like a Halloween time, and Jigsaw puts Joker in one of his traps, thinking he's just some goofball dressed up as hell for Halloween. you know?
Oh god, Joker would derail Jigsaw's plans so easily.
And
Yeah.
and Jigsaw's like no, if you don't do this, this person dies. And what
I
do I,
think-
do to make them die faster? What? You heard
Yep.
me. What can I do to make them die a little bit faster?
And the worst part is he doesn't even capture Harley Quinn. He just left Harley behind. Harley is currently looking for Mr. J.
Yeah,
Are
Harley.
you all right?
Smoked
Are
out.
you all right, Mr. J? I found the old guy. Great work, Harley.
I've been spending the last hour and a
Oh,
half
no,
fixing
that's
up
not
this
good.
puppet.
Yep.
That's not good.
Yep.
How long has he been carrying that
Symbolism.
tombstone around?
As film brain would point out.
Sister
Michael
was
Myers
16
be like,
years
"You're
old.
going to die." And I love the framing.
Cross-eyed.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Ow. Ow. Oh man, Jamie Lee Curtis peaked the fucking mic on those screams.
Yep.
yeah.
She's a hell of a good screamer.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, hang on. I love this shot. I love this shot that's coming up.
Oh damn!
they didn't need
You
to
can
do
Mask
barely
My
see
sword.
him.
Oh my god, that's so good.
You know, what kind of confused me why they switched over to a kitchen knife to like an actual hunting knife in the reboot.
Ow!
There's a couple of reasons. One, the hunting knife is thicker, so it's easier to make prop knives that won't break. And two, it looks more intimidating. And three, you can do more special effects wise because there's more material there. When it comes to the stabbings, you can like route.
Sure, but I feel like it's more
Blood
intimidating
stuff.
that he has a kitchen. I feel like it's more intimidating that he has a kitchen knife because if you can do that, if you can pin you against the wall with nothing but a kitchen knife, that shows you how strong he is.
Yeah.
Butcher's knife, on the other hand, you can give that to a baby. That baby could literally pin you to the wall with no problem with a hunting knife.
I mean, I understand that, but it's just
Man literally
like,
just
I-
punched the
as-
door
Here's
in.
Mikey.
as a knife guy, I would rather use a
Hunting knife.
a hunting knife or something like that, especially since you've got it's easier to deal with in a number of ways, and granted, it is
Man, she is peeking
it
the
is
mic.
more intimidating for it to be like that kind of improvised weaponry. It's iconic and everything.
Nice butt shot.
But hunting, wow. Those jeans are not hiding her underwear.
Why would
Yeah.
I mean, it is the 70s.
Those are the skinniest skinny jeans I've ever seen.
Where did Michael go?
Yeah, he's still lurking around the house.
He's like, oh well.
Reach my fucking.
Shut up, woman! Damn, you want to actually alert him?
Ah, fuck it. I'm
Here
not
he
getting up
comes.
to try and get to that. But yeah,
He's like, I'm just going to take my time.
Well, I mean,
Nice,
he
she's going to
can't.
move.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he can actually afford to take his time.
Yeah, I know. She's not
Okay.
doing shit.
Yeah, it's not like she could really get far since, you know, that leg injury she suffered.
I'm just gonna
Have any of you
slowly
played
make
the
my way
Atari
there.
2600 game for this movie?
No.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
You have seen
I know,
the,
I've seen the Angry
yeah.
Video Game Nerd review of this.
You play as Michael. Every time you stab a victim, their head just pops off and they run around.
You don't play as Michael, you play as Lori.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
played as Michael.
No, the Texas Chainsaw game is the one where you play as the villain.
Oh.
Wait,
And
what
funnily-
game are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, you do play as this babysitter.
But yeah, I have my
Oh, she's very innovative.
yeah,
Oh, Alex.
knitting needles.
I mean, yeah, they're right there. I mean, why wouldn't you use it?
Ow.
You would think that would kill him.
That hurt.
Well,
That's-
Now I'm gonna
it
fall
shows that he
over
can
and
still
pretend
feel.
to be dead.
It shows he can
That's
still
no-
feel pain.
That's no fun. That fucking hurts.
We know who's going to be the winner in Death Battle now.
But yeah, like
Yeah, but let's not forget the fact that Jason has survived quite a number of stupid things before.
I'm just
Also,
gonna
he's,
look at-
he's undead now.
I'm just gonna compare my hunting knife that I have here, which is the same knife that, if any of you have seen my Solid Snake costume, is the one that I always use with that. Yeah. Love that theme song. Shame it didn't appear in MGS4 or 5.
I will
Anyways,
say,
so yeah,
we're-
just comparing this knife to the kitchen knife that they had in this movie, the handle is round and thicker, so it's easier for excuse me. Sorry. It's easier for the actor to use in sort of a stabbing motion like that, because square knives are not as comfortable over long periods of time, and the actor's going to be holding it for a very long time. And walking around with it, so the round shape of most hunting and tactical knives tends to be better for that. And second, you have a much thicker blade, and the thicker blades tend to look a lot better now that we have higher resolution video for movies and things like that. And then you also have the fact that with a thicker blade, you can run a blood channel through it, and so that you have a tube that goes into the handle up into the blade,
Michael!
and you can put the knife up to somebody and have it start bleeding without
I like how
without
Lori
having
is
to
actually,
compromise.
prioritizing the safety of the kids before or herself.
yeah.
Well, I have to
Like a
wonder, what was she throwing at
half-decent
Michael?
person would.
Well,
No, we
someone...
were talking about Freddy versus Joker, but you want to know if matchup I want to see?
By the way,
like,
Freddy
Death
versus
Battle?
Joker has kind of already happened on a DeviantArt death battle. And guess
Yeah.
what? And guess how that ended?
Did Joker win?
Joker won, but you would not believe how.
He
Hmm.
brought Freddy out into the real world.
No, not just that. Freddy decided to do the stupid thing and remove the
And
thing that
removed
makes Joker...
Joker's
insanity.
Okay, yeah, remove Joker's insanity. Yeah, you told me.
So he
about
starts thinking, so he starts thinking logically, and thus he came up with the solution of
of how to completely fuck over Freddy. Okay.
and then when he brings him over to the real world, that's when Freddy gets truly screwed over, because Joker may not be as trained as Batman is in terms of unarmed combat, but
Oh, I like Laurie comes up with this. This is smart.
yes.
Yep, a literal sharp stick in the eye.
And then she just grabs his knife.
Yeah, Jason would just take that out and wonder what the hell are you thinking?
Ow, that's my ribs.
You bitch.
Just trying to give you a hug.
I mean, after all, he's just come to see his sister.
Just want to talk to my family.
For the
You're
record-
my only family left, Laurie.
And for the record, Gizmo,
I gotta lie on the ground.
the
and wait for my health to
the
come
sequel's
back.
been around for 40 years now.
Don't mind me, I'm just playing dad.
Now, Laurie, stab him in the throat several times.
Cut the head
Throws
off.
the knife away like a dumbass.
I like
I
how
think-
later on, though, Laurie stops doing that, and she's just like, I can load him up full of buckshot, load him up full of buckshot, load him up full of the fucking buckshot.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't
Can you
until
blame her, though?
it wasn't
No.
until Halloween H2O she starts playing smart.
You know, I forgot to mention this. My first Halloween movie was H2O.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought-
the next movie retconned Michael Myers. It wasn't actually Michael Myers in that film. That's so
Devastator.
stupid. So stupid. Oh, it was just some guy he randomly hypnotized. Oh, and there he is, standing right
That's
back up.
stupid.
The hell is on disc 2?
Oh, plot convenience. There's the best character in the franchise.
Loomis was actually wandering the streets when he saw the car, so it's not really
Yep.
plot convenience. He was
I know. It's just
He was
it's
literally
funny.
staring the other way. He couldn't see it.
No, it's like he heard a noise and he's like, wait a sec, maybe he's in there.
Laurie,
Huh.
run,
Those
run,
people
run,
screaming.
run.
Maybe that has something to do with the serial killer I've been tracking all fucking day. Nah, probably not. Just want to
I stabbed
talk.
you. No!
I just want to give you a big ol' hug, Lori.
I
You know,
want
like
a
old
hug, Laurie.
times.
Give me a hug.
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
no,
you
my
briefly
mask
see his
Oh, we
face.
saw- Yep, you see his face.
Oh, bitch!
Ow, that hurt! You're gonna have to
Oh,
take some
come
extra
on,
time to
man.
come back from
Man, you didn't
that.
have to do that. Oh, God. Why? Oh, God, I just want a hug. I just want a hug.
Whee! Ow, who put that
Dead.
fucking ground there?
That's not supposed to happen.
Who put the crowd there? Such a. No! He's escaped to give people more hugs! No!
Oh, fuck all kinds of duck. This is going to come back to haunt me, isn't it?
Why,
For
yes.
about another 20
it is.
years.
And then they kind of retconned it in the reboot sequel, kind of.
The reboot quel, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, the marketing for that movie wasn't as confusing as James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
To be fair, the old Warner Brothers was just confused as to what universe they were in, because they didn't want to be in the Josh or Snyderverse, so they forced James Gunn to be in this weird between, even though
This still
Gunn wanted to be in the
This
Snyderverse.
movie still gets a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
People keep jacking off the fucking James Gunn Suicide Squad film as though it's some kind of masterpiece of
We'll get to
storytelling and filmmaking. And it's like,
we'll get to that movie eventually.
I like it.
Wait, you're talking about Suicide Squad or the Suicide Squad?
The Suicide Squad.
The James Gunn sequel.
The sequel, that's different.
Well, I liked it personally, but
Loved it.
it's not a 10 out of 10. Peter Griffith!
oh wow,
Oh, wait a minute.
that's
The Shape.
The Shape.
Stunt.
yeah.
Stunt. We just have a character named Stunt. That is it.
This,
Boom Man.
yeah,
Boom Man.
this was a hell of a
Best
horror
boy.
flick.
He handles
Best
the power
boy.
apparently.
There are two best boys here.
Who's the other?
I don't know.
I think I've technically done Best Boy by, like, running extension cords across a parking lot for a movie once. I don't know. I don't know
thought
how
it was
this
in
works.
reference to the dog. That Best Boy is something else?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm disappointed now.
I swear, Alex,
Panavision.
you've been multitasking quite a bit today.
I didn't do that today. I'm just like in general, you know.
No, I'm talking about the fact that you have time to watch this movie and tweet out people.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
just in between some of the stuff we were doing, I think I was getting some notifications, so.
And that was a 10 out of 10 movie, folks, and that's my cue to head out since I need to do stuff.
No, you
tomorrow.
have to be here. You have to stay here.
I want to, but I can't. Genuinely can't.
Okay, so we will be doing Halloween 2.
Yep.
You guys have fun with that. That's a good movie, I think.
Let me just get that movie out.
All right,
Halloween
you guys have
cost
a good night.
$320,000 to make.
Damn.
Huh. So the 2 discs on this are from the original and the 35th anniversary edition. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. Start a new one for Halloween 2.
All right, have a good night,
We'll
guys.
be right back. And my air conditioner takes that opportunity to start farting at me.